Good morning. This is John Marling from Pulse Research. On behalf of the Herald, I want to welcome you to our webinar this morning. Our commitment to you is to help you get more listings, like the title of the presentation says, in a especially critically low inventory market situation. My gosh, I was a realtor once, and boy, these are unique times, aren't they? But the mission, the purpose, in respect for your time, is to provide you this morning with some insights, a crystal ball, if you will, on how you can absolutely get more listings. And at the same time, from a real estate survey we did, share with you some strategies, some ideas, etc., to help you increase your brand awareness and top of mind for yourself as the realtor to call. Got some great news. There's over 4,000 up for grab listings in your local area, and that's over the next 12 months. That is a real significant competitive advantage for you. What we're going to show you today is how you can absolutely get a larger share of those over 4,000 listings that are up for grabs, in the Snohomish County area over the next 12 months. You're probably asking yourself, how did Pulse Research determine that there are over 4,000 listings that are up for grabs over the next 12 months? Well, what we did is what you would do. We asked the same questions you would ask of the audience of the Herald. We asked, do you plan to sell your property in the next 12 months? Something I'm sure that you would ask. And then we followed up with a very, very important question. Do you know who you would call to help you sell your property? And we found out the answers to those extremely important questions. Here's the great news. 12% of the households reached by the Herald and HeraldNet plan to sell property in the next 12 months. That could be their personal residence, that could be land, that could be commercial property, that could be an investment property. And that compares very favorably to nationally 10% planning to sell real estate in the next 12 months. By the way, Pulse Research not only did this real estate survey asking the same questions you would do locally, but we also asked the questions in all 50 states across the United States. Now let's take a look at one of the key areas which you're probably most interested in. How about personal residence listings? More good news. 5.9% said that yes, they plan to sell their personal residence in the next 12 months. That also compares right on with the national average of 5% planning to sell a personal residence in the next 12 months. Let's take a look at the details here. We asked about real estate selling plans like you would. Here's the specific results from that question. And as I indicated a moment ago, we asked about everything from not only residence, a personal residence, but investment property, vacation property, commercial property, townhouses, etc. In total, as I mentioned a moment ago, 12% said they plan to sell some type of property in the next 12%. Well, the Herald and HeraldNet unduplicated, meaning that if a person goes to their website but has also read the paper in the last week, they're only counted once. They reach over 102,000 unduplicated households with print in their website. And you take the 12% times the 102,000 net households they reach, gives you 12,285 potential property listings. Breaking that down a bit further, if I might here, that's over 6,000 households that they reach who plan to sell a personal residence next 12 months. Almost 2,000 who plan to sell investment property. We chatted a moment ago about this research can be quite helpful, like a crystal ball, in giving you some insights in how you can differentiate yourself and give yourselves a competitive advantage from other realtors. I was doing a program in Texas, about 2 months ago, and as we're going through the results, for the Texas area. One lady says, my gosh, look at the number of commercial listings. Nobody is targeting those commercial listings. I'm going to focus on commercial listings. I'm going to own that niche. Talked to her a few months later, and she's been very, very successful. So take a look at the specific details here. Ask yourself, is there an opportunity for me that I can get a competitive advantage, like the lady in Texas who's focusing on commercial listings? And by the way, that's almost 2,000, investment property listings and over 6,000 households reached by the Herald and Herald.net who plan to sell their personal residence in the next 12 months. And as I mentioned a moment ago, the other question we asked, like you would ask, is who would you call to sell your property? Look at that. 33%. 1/3 of the households who intend to sell their property don't know who to call. Taking the 12,285 total property listings times 33% who don't know who to call, that's the over 4,000 households reached by the Herald and Herald.net who don't know who to call. That's why those listings are up for grabs. You can get your share of those listings because right now today, they said they plan to sell their property, but they don't know who to call. It's an opportunity for each one of you. Let's take a look at what the potential commission value of that is. Those over 4,000 listings at an average of 460,000, that's, oh my gosh, 1.9 billion. That's billion, big B, in total property value. And an average selling commission of 3%, $56 million in up for grab listing commissions. Now let's take a look, if we might, at the real estate purchasing plans, because in addition to asking them about selling property, and that's really the focus today, is because it's a very, 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 very tight listing market, is we also asked about their real estate purchasing plans. 13% plan to buy real estate in the next 12 months. 7% plan to buy a personal residence. Here's some more details for you in terms of identifying specific opportunities to differentiate yourselves from other agents. Give yourselves that competitive advantage. So some of you are buyer's agents. Look at this. There's 13% intend to purchase some type of real estate in the next 12 months. 13% times the over 102,000 net unduplicated households reached by the Herald and Herald.net is over 13,300 potential real estate buyers that they reach. That's over 7,000 going to buy a personal residence, and over 2,000 are going to buy investment property. And we also asked you, as you can see on the slide here, about agricultural property, land, business property, condominiums, townhouses. Even we asked about buying real estate at an auction, for Pete's sakes. This information is available for you with the purpose and benefit of helping you identify where can you not only get more listings, but also where could you target that fine-tuning of your marketing strategy, like the lady in Texas who says, I'm going to focus on commercial listings. I'm going to own that space. Very, very effective. Okay, now taking a look at, who would they call to buy real estate? 32.7% said they don't know who to call. Remember, 33% said they did not know who to call if they're going to sell their property. 32.7%, literally the same, 1/3 said they don't know who to call to buy property. And taking the 32.7% times the 13,309 households we identified a moment ago, reached by the Herald and Herald.net, that's over 4,300 households that they reach who will buy property in the next 12 months. And by the way, Pulse has been doing surveys for over 34 years now. This information is absolutely credible and going to happen over the next 12 months. 34 years of experience in doing this. That's over 3,000, 256 buyers up for grabs. Now we also asked about the type of personal residence they plan to buy, to give you that additional, marketing insight, for your fine tuning of your strategic plans here. We asked about buying an existing home over 10 years, existing home less than 10 years old, a development home, a new home, etc. So that's over 3,200 households who plan to buy an existing home that's more than 10 years old. Helpful information in terms of identifying specific opportunities. Now let's talk about one of the primary challenges that realtors across the country face, including each one of you. I was chatting with a realtor the other day in Montana, and she says, the internet's great. When I get a new listing, it goes on, and she said, oh my gosh, 182 sites. But she says, that's great for the listing, but it's not doing me the impact, the focus that I want to enhance, increase my branding, my top of mind awareness, because of that fragmentation. So we also asked in the survey about sources for real estate information. Zillow, obviously, one of the primary sites that people go to. But 39% said they go to Zillow, which means that 61% wouldn't go to Zillow. 22% said they go to the local MLS site, 78% would not. 82% said they would not go to Realtor.com. Look at the fragmentation. And this is of the audience of the Herald. Huge, everything from Trulia to Redfin, Homes.com, Facebook, national real estate sites. The fragmentation is the challenge. So what does that project out to? There's over 8,100 buyers reached by the Herald and HeraldNet who would not go to Zillow. Almost 11,000 households of buyers reached by the Herald and HeraldNet who wouldn't go to Realtor.com. Significant fragmentation. That means that the Herald and HeraldNet can reach buyers and sellers that you're missing. A little bit about the methodology of the real estate survey we did. We did it within the last 90 days, end of February. This survey was of the audience of the Herald, the other suburban publications around the Seattle area, and also including other publications and their audiences in Washington. It is absolutely reflective of the households reached by the Herald and Herald.net. I can say that with confidence as a researcher because we're able to compare, like I did for you a moment ago, the percentage you plan to buy from this survey that includes the Herald audience and compare that nationally. Very, very little difference. Now let's take a look, a sneak preview at a new marketing opportunity for each one of you to reach those up for grabs listings, those over 4,000 listings that they don't know who to call. It's Snohomish County Top Agents. It's a unique program because it combines the power of print along with the reach of digital. It's a program that is specifically designed to promote you to those over 4,000 households reached by the Herald and HeraldNet who plan to sell a property in the next 12 months, but they don't know who to call. Bottom line, to get you more listings. Let's take a look for a moment at the print ads in the program that are designed to promote you as the agent, the realtor to call when they don't know who to call to sell their property. It includes a 3-column by 3-inch weekly full color ad that you can use to promote yourself. We suggest a strong photo presence to give personality, and frankly, many realtors, they are promoting with a photo their brand identity. So 3x3 full color ad each week in the Herald. In addition to that, each week the participating agents in the top agent program will be featured in a half-page full-color ad. But here's the great thing. One of the agents will be profiled and given a prominent position each week on a rotating basis. Oops, the wrong way. Now let's take a look at the digital features. Pulse Research has spent many, many months preparing a website, the Top Agent website, to make it as effective as possible in promoting realtors to call when a person doesn't know who to call to list their property. We'll go over it live in just a second here. That website is realtor-centric. It's focused on promoting you, as I said just a moment ago. Plus, it gives you the ability to promote your featured listings. In addition to that, we've included in the program, as you see in this example here, a top agent gallery, a gallery of the local agents to call to sell their property. In addition to that, and this has been phenomenally successful and at the same time very, very effective, it's the Top Agent Spotlight. And I'm going to show you an example in Boerne, Texas. And this is a promotion that it will be on the front page of the Herald's real estate site. And here's a great example of it. As you can see, and this is live in Boerne, Texas. By the way, I was chatting with, the publisher down there yesterday, and he said that their participating agents are ecstatic with the results of the program. And this has been one of the key features, is the Top Agent Spotlight. So as you see, prominently presented is one of the top agents down in Boerne, Texas. In other words, very clearly, hi, I'm Leslie Brown. I can help you sell your home. And at the same time, you'll notice on the Boerne site, there's a link to the Top Agent website I spoke of just a moment ago. So that's an example of the Top Agent Spotlight. It's been very, very effective and part of the program. So let's summarize for a moment what the Herald has put together for you in this Top Agent program to help you get a larger share of the over 4,000 up for grabs listings. A consistent 3x3, 3-column by 3-inch weekly full color ad promoting you. A weekly ad promoting you and the other agents participating in this program. On the digital side, a magazine quality standalone Top Agent, Snohomish County Top Agent website that will be also linked from their homepage, whose mission and purpose is very simple. It's not a property-centric site, it's a realtor-centric site that promotes you as the agents to call of those 4,000 households that they reach who don't know who to call to sell their property, along with the gallery, and it helps you promote your featured properties. The Agent Spotlight that I showed you a moment ago, the example of in Boerne, Texas, will be right on the front page of the real estate page for Herald.com. Now, if I might, let's take a look at the program. Go off here, bounce over to, I'll give you a sneak preview here of the Snohomish County Top Agent program. That is part of the overall package that includes print and digital. Look at this, prominently promoted, Mark Kirshner. Photo, information about him. We make it extremely easy for that potential listing property owner to call Mark. Cell phone, office number, email. There's a link to his profile, which goes into even more detail, about Mark's capabilities, expertise, why he's potentially the one that they can connect with to successfully sell the property. There's a link to Mark's website. There's a link to his listing. And here's some further excellent opportunity for you to differentiate yourself. Give yourself that extremely important competitive advantage. You can post on your profile page in Top Agent referrals, specific information, awards you've won, achievements you've done. In other words, why should they call you? In addition to that, there's an agent gallery that I mentioned a moment ago. And this will make it very, very easy, for one of those 4,000 households who don't know who to call, those listings up for grabs, on who to call. And as you can see, this agent gallery is designed to be focused on you, to give you the ability to competitively differentiate yourself and get a larger share of the listings that are available that they don't know who to call. And each time a person comes to the site, as you saw just here, it rotates to another one of the top agents. In addition to that, as I mentioned a moment ago, I was a realtor once. There, in the listings I had, what are you doing to help me sell my property? Well, on the site, you're able to publish yourself one of your featured properties. So on the front page, there are featured properties, but there's also a link to the featured property gallery, if you will. And when you click on one of the properties, it goes to the details of your listing, but most important, a direct link to your email and your phone number to call. So that's an overview of the Snohomish County Top Agent Program. Now let's go into some of the other details, if I might here. One of the most important benefits of being part of the Snohomish County program is they will be consistently and aggressively promoting the Top Agent website and program, specifically to those over 4,000 households who don't know who to call when they want to list their property. This promotion will drive those listing opportunities to you. Here's some specific details. There's going to be over $100,000 in ongoing annual promotion. On the launch, there will be specific ads targeted to creating that awareness among their audience to visit the site, to awareness that we've got agents who can help you sell your property. And there will be ongoing every single week print ads and digital promotions promoting the site. Here's an example of one of the ads that will be run on a consistent basis. Look at the headline: need a top agent to sell your home? Those over 4,000 households, that answers their question. Who am I going to call? Find the best listing agents at, it'll be topagents.herald.net.com or heraldnet.com. Driving those households who don't know who to call, who will sell their home over the next 12 months to you. Another example of an ad, specifically promoting one of the top agents, giving you that additional brand awareness so that we're doing everything possible, both with the site itself, as you saw, promoting the agents, but also in the print ads, promoting those select agents in answer to their question, who am I going to call to sell my property? A couple other benefits of the Top Agent program. Search optimization, obviously very, very, very important. Association with the Snohomish County Top Agent program, because of their high traffic, one of the most trafficked sites in the area, will give you the benefit of higher search ranking. And as we talked about a couple times during the program this morning, agent branding, increasing your top of mind awareness in a highly competitive marketplace, will be one of the significant advantages and benefits to you of the program. This program, with all of its benefits, including the print components, the Top Agent website, the top agent spotlight, and most important, being the benefactor of that consistent promotion, to the site, answering the question, who am I going to call? Over 4,000 up for grab potential listings is only $4.95 a month. It's limited to 20 agents. And the reason for that is to make darn sure we get you results. Tara Ramey would be more than happy to answer your questions. And remember, it's on a first come, first served basis. And her email is there, tramey@heraldnet.com. I want to thank you very much for your time this morning. Appreciate very much your consideration. And this is a solution to help you get that competitive advantage and get new listings that you're missing right now today. Why? Because of the fragmentation of the internet. The Herald and Herald Net reaches households who are going to sell property, and in this case, over 4,000 that they reach who don't know who to call to sell their property. Thanks again. We appreciate your consideration, and we will do everything we can to deliver those additional listings to you. Have a great afternoon. Thanks again.